What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
The Roaring Game. We all love it, but sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. Don't get stuck in your curling club this year. Learn the game inside and out. Play for your favorite country and take the curling world by storm. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
Right, welcome to the ACS Major event down here at the Beaumont Curling Club. We are broadcasting the Hood and Casper game. Myself, Matt Yo, sitting with Paul Hyde here, the president of the Beaumont Curling Club. You have to talk.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'm really excited to have this curling series here in Beaumont. First time we've had it here. And thanks so much for Tim's Ice and Matt for bringing this down here. I think it's going to be an exciting event. I hope that people from Beaumont come down here and see all of these countries from all over the world competing here today.
Yeah, it's amazing. We were just talking about this outside that we're watching a team from New Zealand and the U.S. right now. On sheet 5, we have Team Brunner from Switzerland, and then Team Cap from Germany, a team from China and Japan on sheet 2, and on sheet 1 we have the Netherlands. So it's quite exciting to bring all of these teams into our community here at Beaumont Curling Club. I know we had the seniors group down from our city earlier today, checking out the practice, and they said they're all coming for coffee and donuts tomorrow. So hopefully we have a good turnout here in the community, and I think we'll be watching some pretty good curling. So
yeah, it's been fantastic that we've been able to get back to this after COVID, getting everybody back into the community and seeing Alberta. There's several different clubs that this curling challenge is at, and it's going to be very exciting to see these teams on the stage again and start to play against each other. It's going to be really exciting for curling.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the men's major here this week. Next week we have the ladies major, which we have 22 teams from all over the world again down here in Beaumont. The weekend after that, we actually have a junior tour event, which we have teams all over Canada, from Northwest Territories, Yukon, and all over Alberta coming down to Beaumont. And we're going to see some very high-level curling from. We have some semi-professional teams here this weekend and next weekend. And next weekend we have, in 2 weeks, for the junior event, we have some teams that want to be some professional curlers. So it's going to be a great 3 weeks down here at the club, and we couldn't do it without our sponsors that we have out there as well. So Hub Insurance, they've been a great sponsor here at the event for the men's major, and then also all the club sponsors that you see out there in the live stream. On this sheet here, we have Steam Flow, Sea Change here in town, Rad Cycle, just to name a few, right? We'll go through all of them here that we have at the club, but we couldn't do that without the corporate support and dedication to our club as well. So thank you very much for everyone helping out the club and helping out the curlers here to add some money to the prize purse.
Absolutely. I think that anytime you can bring a world-class tournament like this into your city, everybody gets behind it and wants to really participate. I know that we have a fantastic lounge upstairs, so if anybody wants to come down and have a drink or a pop and watch the game, it's very, very comfortable to sit up there, and we have the screens going upstairs. you'll be able to listen to what's going on and watch what's going on now, because we've added the cameras into the rink, and I'm sure that it'll be an exciting next few weeks for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've seen the typical, or not, I guess not typical first end here. Usually the first end, first game of the spiel, some of these teams throw it in the house and start hitting, get the feel of the ice, get the feel of maybe some nerves and first time on the ice maybe for some of these guys this year. But we're seeing some rocks in play and some pretty good shots being made so far. So looks like team Casper is going to try a shot here that take the rock off the forefoot and roll out to the wings, and there'll be two reds in there to one yellow, and then we'll see how aggressive Team Hood here from New Zealand wants to be if this shot is made perfectly.
Matt, is this a typical way? Like you said, this is not usually typical for the first end that we see this much aggression going forward here. You normally don't see this type of curling in the first end, or do you find that somebody just wants to get the job?
Yeah, you know what? I would say mid-season events, you're going to see a lot of aggression coming right out of the gate. But this might be the first time, second time, maybe fifth time these guys have been on the ice yet this year. So it's still pretty new. So to see a little bit of aggression right off the bat here is actually really good. I was expecting to talk a little bit more about other stuff, but might have to dive into the game here.
Yeah, I could imagine, because the ice is a little bit green here too, because we just put the ice in not too long ago. It's going to actually progress quite a bit differently over the next few days. Would you say so?
Yeah, absolutely. So usually when the ice gets in for the first few days, it's a little bit straighter, as we had teams down here practicing the first few days we had it in, and then you know what? Now the guys worked on it really hard today, so it looks like we have about 4.5 feet of curl, and hopefully it just stays there throughout the game. Again, beginning of the year, we need to make sure that we adjust properly throughout the weekend to make sure the ice is good for the participants throughout the whole time here. But looks like you just kind of got that started a little bit and over curled it. But
looks like they called on it right away, and they were calling on it right away that it might have been a little bit too fast, maybe, or something like that, right out of his hand.
Yeah. Well, we'll see here now. A little bit of a tap back and roll behind the guard. A huge shout out to Curling Stone, Jerry Gertz, and all of their team there at Curling Stadium to provide the live streaming for us. Second to none, and I know they've been crazy busy at the start of the year and getting into a few more clubs and helping us out here in Beaumont as well. So thank you to Jerry Gertz, the Curling Zone team, and Curling Stadium team. They've been phenomenal partners for the series for a couple years now, and we're glad to bring this event to another community that will love to have it. So, all right, we're going to see some big weight here. Try to, it's kind of funny. You kind of look at these shots, and sometimes it's, some of the curlers will be, what are you talking about? But this is a very important shot to come in from the inside of the sheet out to the outside of the sheet. This will create a lot more roll from this stone to get over to the center line. But it looks like he might be a little bit narrow. They're trying to get it over there to curl.
So close.
Yeah, got it on
I guess
play
that's
that
the
time.
danger with coming off the center line like that. You really have to. It's all very weight sensitive, I would think.
Yeah, for sure. That one there, it's you're kind of scared of bonking it on the nose, because then your rock's irrelevant, and they're probably coming around the guard again. But in that case, now you just kind of ticked it, and they're coming around the guard again, anyways. So, again, probably haven't been on the ice too much, and trying to work out some bugs here in the first end.
Looks like he's trying to put four in the house and put a lot of pressure on here.
Yeah, coming around the center guard, dead buried. Looks like it's going to carve over there.
Good stone.
Look at that camera angle by Jerry Gertz and the boys.
Right on the button.
Got the Hub International logo up there. Got the overhead and the old 3 streamer. Good job, guys.
So what would you do in this type of situation there, Matt? You're facing 4. Would you maybe, just because it's a little bit kind of hot line there, behind the center line, would you just freeze it right there like you're talking about?
This is pretty much try to get the team out of jail card here. Is lob one down there, try to freeze it right to the one they threw, and then if you make a perfect shot here, it's going to be very difficult for their team Casper here to score more than one. So Casper's rock actually they were sweeping it for it to curl, but they actually brought it in too far to make this shot available for them for Team Hood. And if he makes it perfect, it's going to be very difficult for Team Casper to score more than one here. But this is ultra pressure here, right? If you don't make this one, you chop off a little bit, leave it open. They're hitting to lie 4 with the hammer. So first end, this is kind of the skip trying to bail out the team. So you've kind of been watching it the entire way down here.
Got a ways to curl.
Now this is where you start to pray. Starting to pray.
A little hard. Yeah, a little hard on that one, I think.
So this is a huge opportunity, right? You're probably wanting to throw very similar weight to what you just saw. Is you tap back. You don't really need to get this rock out of the back 12 foot. It'd be nice to lie 4, but right now, first end, if you can get around that guard, tap that yellow rock back, and lie 3 and lined up, that's pretty much ideal.
Yeah, then I think there's one more yellow stone after this, isn't there?
Yeah, one more yellow stone, and then you're trying to figure out maybe a run back triple or something again to bail out the team here. But
well, you certainly don't want to go down 3 or 4 in the first end. It makes life a little bit more difficult. Right? So
it's the people have come back before since it's first end, but excuse me, but especially with now the no tick rule where. If the rock is in the free guard zone, which is in between the house and the hog line on the center line, the rock cannot be removed or touched off that center line for
like they've overthrown this one too.
Over. That's kind of the miss, right? You're sitting there in the hack. You really want to make this shot, but if you're wide and hit the outside of that yellow rock and jam it on your red, you're kind of in more danger than if you did just peel the guard off. So that was the audible.
So maybe just not a bad miss.
Not a bad miss.
At least you've opened it up that you can get there now. And now Team Red, or I'm not quite sure who Red is there, but has to guard that somehow so that they don't come in and to guard their own stuff.
Yeah. So the Hood team here, he's either going to try to guard for his life, his rock that's shot rock, or what he's wanting to do here now, I believe, is just nose that rock that's there, lied to, and then it would be a very difficult double for Team Casper to get more than 1 point. So again, this is a very tricky shot. If you don't make it, it's could still be a 4 ball. So this is some high pressure shots. The first end, first game of probably the first spiel of the year.
Yeah, this is all the marbles right here. So you don't want to miss this. He looks like he's inside.
Oh no! Looks like he got a nose hit for 3.
Wow.
They're getting caught a little bit on some little extra curl. So these guys haven't been out here to practice this week yet, but it's caught them a little bit off guard with the curl. It seems like every miss right now is a little bit on the inside, kind of crashing on guards and whatnot. So
got to be a bit of nerves here too. I mean, obviously we're just in the first few games of the year here, and they haven't played on this ice yet. And it seems to me that they might be overthrowing it a little bit here and there, just pushing it a little hard out of the hand, sort of an idea. They just need to settle down maybe a little bit, get into the game.
Yeah. He's on it to make it curl here. So I was inside on the first one. Oh, he's perfect.
Good shot. But
there's 3.
3 red. Wow.
So Casper goes up 3-0 after the first end.
There you go. Yeah, that's aggressive curling, but if you can make it, it's awesome.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
All right, we're back to the second end here. Huge shout out goes out to Paul Hyde, the president here of the Beaumont Curling Club, for joining us here for the first end. I believe he took his own advice to head upstairs and have a beverage and look at the live stream here at the club with the new cameras and TVs put in the lounge area, and you know, the Beaumont Curling Club and the community has really jumped behind these events. And like I said earlier in the first end, we have the senior groups coming out here tomorrow to cheer on the athletes, and we have our members of the club coming out here later on in the evenings to maybe have an adult beverage or two and enjoy some really good curling and some atmosphere up in our lounge. So if you're in town, come on down. We have great beer, Sea Change on tap, a bunch of great people up there working in the lounge and having a good time. So again, huge thanks, shout out to Paul Hyde and the board of the Beaumont Curling Club for welcoming us here with open arms, and should be a great season this year. So, second end, it looks like we had a Rocco top 4 corner guard, center guard. So we might have some rocks in play here again. Just need to see some little bit of execution. We had a few half shots there earlier, but again, like, these athletes are fresh on the pebbled ice and looking to start the season off great. Got some information here of the Team Hood team from New Zealand. Their regular lead, Ben Smith, ended up in the hospital with appendicitis this week. So we have some super spares showing up. This game we have some local talent with Jackson Hebert, really good young player that's actually, I believe, from up north here in Alberta, and he's come to Edmonton and joined the curling scene down here, as well as Dwayne Romanchuk, good player and a great guy, helping out the Team New Zealand this week. And I think I actually heard, Hall of Famer, Canadian Hall of Fame inductee Dave Nedowin will be down here this weekend sparing for this team and helping them out as well. So come down and see one of the newest inductees of the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame play with this team here this week. again, huge shout out to our sponsors, Hub Insurance, great sponsor of the men's major this year. We have Boston Pizza here in Beaumont, Tim's Ice Manufacturing, Hack to House Blades Solutions. They've got into the blade market this year and purchased a big machine from Italy, and is purchasing and sharpening blades for the curling clubs here in Edmonton, which saves a lot of money on shipping and a lot of turnaround times. So a lot of clubs have jumped on board with them with the blades, and things have been working really well. That's what we're using here in Beaumont this week and throughout the year. Saves us, close to $250 a blade, and turnaround time. So Hack to House, all of your curling needs. So brooms, sliders, anything you need for curling equipment, as well as ice products. So jet ice, white ice, any of those products that you need for the curling clubs, hockey rinks, hacktohouse.com is the place to go. Also, we have Ice Advice, who does our sensors in the ice, gives us some great data for us ice makers to try to make the most quality surface that you possibly can for these athletes. And Ice Advice is a great partner in that with us as well. So, again, couldn't do these events, couldn't be here with you, streaming this and everything like that without those great partners. Here's a phenomenal shot here by Team Hood. Gets around that, quote unquote guard top 12 foot and taps theirs back to the 8 foot and create that little Christmas tree action. Phenomenal shot there. I believe that was Jackson Hebert or maybe Dwayne. I'm not sure, but that was a great shot. So down 3, you're not trying to remove stones. You're trying to junk it up and get a mistake from the team that you're playing, so that you can get your 2 or 3 back. And at the end of the day, if you try as hard as you can, still try to keep it open so you can get your 1 point. You want to score every time you have the hammer now, and then hold the other team, but to make sure that you score and get your points while you have the hammer. Paul did take his advice. He went upstairs to get a beverage. That's good. Good shot there. Removed the angles. Got rid of the yellow stone. Now decision time of where you want to hit this rock, or do you want to freeze to it? Yeah, something like that. Looks like he's elected to just hit it right on the nose. So Jackson Hebert comes out here and looks like he's trying to hit this rock right on the nose. Curling quite a bit on him, but I think, oh no, he did not get a piece. Oh no. You missed a couple in the first end by being wide and not curling enough. And this time it looked like right out of his hand they jumped it to sweep it as much as they could, and they just couldn't hold it straight. So, again, first couple games on the ice, trying to work out some kinks, but so kind of interesting call here, I think, for Team Casper. You're up 3. You don't have the hammer. You have a couple rocks in the house that are could be problem rocks for yourself. That one back 12 foot is a pretty problem rock, especially now that you put that one there. If you freeze to it, or if you hit and roll over to that pocket, it might be pretty difficult to remove the yellow stone. And that's what it looks like they're going to do here. They're going to try to freeze to that one top 8 on the center line side, So when Team Casper goes to hit it, that rock might jam on the rock that you just threw over there. So I know the aggressive call is to get another one in the house, but at that point you're kind of grouping yourself up um, to kind of a backstop, if you may. But um, looks like they're gonna have to work hard on this one to get it into the house. That's great sweeping there. Does get in top 12 for forced shot. Now decision time for Team Hood. And I think they've elected to just peel that one off. Looked like he might have did a little slide wide, throw it in action, but he's gotten away with it. Takes out one of theirs in the process, but that rock that they threw there, that to lie 3, might come back to haunt them. So if they make a perfect freeze here, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to get it out. So sometimes in that scenario, up 3, playing without the hammer, lying 2 with 1 in the back 12-foot, that's a problem stone that could be frozen to, or a rock could jam there. Sometimes I've seen teams over and over again in these type of events actually peel that rock off in the back 8-foot and just let one rock of theirs sit in the house, to not give the other team any opportunity whatsoever to have the chance to freeze one or jam one back there. So that would be the other call in that scenario, other than putting another one in the house. And we'll see if Team Hood can weld one in there and put the deuce back on the table, and get the old skipper's deuce. Kind of on off this one. They're sweeping hard for it now. Ooh, overswept that all the way. So it looked like they were sweeping that one, for quite some time. It actually was heavy and under curled. So, I think that was a little bit of mistake by the front end, and to get that rock in the right spot. And Paul's back, but looks like Paul's back with only 1 beverage instead of 2. That's usual, eh?
Sorry about that. Definitely meant to bring 2 down, but there's 1 beer limit down here. So.
You might have drank one on the way down here. That could have been the problem.
Well, it's curling, as they say. As they say, it's curling. So.
And they ripped that one out. So great shot, and this is the shot to keep Hood in there and draw to the pin. So you're channeling your practice time and talking to your sweepers, saying, it's probably the same as practice. What did I throw? They're taking the same turn that they had during practice, and just a shot to the button anywhere. Don't use the backing. Just put it right on the lid.
But they do have the backing just in case, obviously, so they don't want to be light. I would imagine they've got some room there and behind the button as well, right? So luckily everything's to the outside or to the back, and they've got kind of more of a clear path.
Yeah, absolutely. So, typically these type of athletes, these higher level athletes, the shot throwers not thinking about the backing, but the sweepers are. So the shot thrower's thinking, okay, this is the time I need to throw it at, but the sweepers are going, out of his hand, I'm gonna sweep this as hard as I can because we do have backing. But but yeah, it looks like they've got a really good shot coming in here. Yeah. So 3-1 after 2, and we'll see if Team Hood can get some traction in the third end.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
Every team. It's just... Yeah. All right, we're back. Third end. Paul's Hyde, the president of the Beaumont Curling Club, has joined us again here in the booth after a one-end hiatus. And looks like we Team Hood tried to throw a really, probably a semi-high guard to a higher guard to possibly get 2 guards up there. It looked like one got closer to the house. And Team Casper with the aggressive play again, just like the second end, going right behind the guards. So. There's no shying away from the aggressiveness here, and that's a great shot.
Wouldn't you find that Team Casper being up 3-1 would want to try to keep the hammer as long as they can, so play a little bit more defensive game? It looks like they're still being very aggressive.
Yeah, like second end, that's exactly what I was saying, is that they had an opportunity to actually take one of their own rocks out in the back 8-foot, which could have been a problem rock for them, and held Hood to either blank the end or take their one. And they elected to throw another one in the house to lie 3. So I just thought it was another really aggressive call, and he made the peel weight shot to remove the rock that they tried to freeze in there. So it was good by them. So
looks like Hood isn't even worried about that rock in the red. They're just setting up for their own.
Yeah, being down 2 without the hammer, you got to get as many guards up as possible. At this point, you don't really care if you give up 3, 4, or 5. It's game over anyway, so you can't really give up more than 1 here. So, or you need to steal. Being down 2 without the hammer, 8 end games. At this kind of level, you need to try to mix it up as much as possible.
What would be the reason for just the one sweeper there halfway down the ice like that? Why would they not have the whole sweepers there up down all the way?
They only have 3 players playing right now.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Yeah, I had the same thought process, and when they're practicing, like, what's going on? How come they're not 2 sweepers? But yeah, they're down to 3. I'm not sure if they have a 4th for this trip, or if one couldn't make it today. But yeah, they only have 3 out there right now.
Yeah, I'm sure the viewers are probably looking at going, what's going on there too, just like I did. So 100%. Yeah, down to 3, it makes it a little more difficult, especially on the sweeping side, to drag anything, obviously.
For sure. Yeah, a lot of these teams now, they do, only sweep with 1 sweeper to on hits and tap backs and stuff like that, where they've done a lot of testing where the second sweeper actually doesn't do a whole lot. Like as you see right now, you have the 1 sweeper trying to carve it over to make it curl a little bit, which I think he did a pretty good job there. And yeah.
Oh, so close. A little over curl even on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if they were planning on trying to come around it or if they're trying to tap the yellow rock there. But it's tough, right? You know, Team Hood at the moment, they're playing with 2 spares. They had, I'm not sure if you're in here for that or not, but one of their lead that plays with them, he had appendicitis this week, so he's out of it. And then they have another spare, Jackson Hebert, that's helping them out this week as well. I was saying also that I was listening on the radio, the new Radio 1440 that's in town here. Finally, we got our sports radio station back on Jason Greger's show yesterday, and he was had a big guest of the day, the newest inductee to the Sports Hall of Fame, David Nedewin, on there talking about curling and his daughter Alyssa that's going to nationals, and just talking about the Furby Four and how they're getting inducted into the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame. And he's actually supposed to be sparing for a game or two with this team this weekend out here in Beaumont. So
truly is a curling family, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, when you start to get into it, it's into this level of sports. Obviously, it becomes smaller and smaller, shrinking on the curling side of it for sure. When you have this level of sports, that truly hear the same names over and over again throughout history, right? So great to see, and it's great to see the kids following in their father's footsteps. I mean, that's really what curling has always been about, is a family event, and then even at this level.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, even Heather Nedewin, the Super Spare, she won the event at the Salvo Center last weekend. She was skipping for Team Homan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Rachel just welcomed a new addition into her family, and so Heather came out and spared for them. They said that she's never curled better in her life, and they won this field. So,
not quite sure what they're trying to do here. Got quite a few Yellowstones up front. I know they could probably run something back at some point, but having the 2 red in there, now you've got 3 in the front. You have to be pretty careful here what you're doing now, right? Because red, that Casper's team is up quite a bit here. It could be detrimental in this end.
Yeah, I think both teams are confused, right? So you saw a team that's up 2 with the hammer, line 2, going, what do we do here? Should we hit that one in the back 12-foot? Lie 3? Should we draw around our own red? Should we peel one of the yellows off? So I think both teams are a little confused, going, oh boy, what do I do next here? But they've elected to do the wide draw around their own rock, lie 3, and I think he burnt.
Oh, you burnt the rock. That's not going to work.
Beginning of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh boy,
never done that myself, man.
Yeah, never.
No, never. Not on purpose.
So I skipped a lot of my years, and the boys told me never even to sweep a rock behind the tee line because I usually burnt half of them. So
stay where you're at.
Yeah,
skip. Stay where you're at. Skip.
So it looks like we're playing the double run back double. If he makes this perfect, he'll leave his shooter's line right there, and then 2 reds will be gone, yellow will be line 2. So
why wouldn't you come off the side one instead of trying to do the double run back?
So again, if he hits this absolutely perfect, he would have been lying 2, and all of his yellow rocks would have been up in the guard zone, guarding that yellow one. It was a higher risk reward shot, and also he thought if he missed it, he still has that yellow rock on the left hand side to promote, and he actually still does have that rock there to promote onto the red. Mm-hmm. The one that's just kind of biting the 12-foot. If you see up there on the corner of the screen there in the top right, he still has that rock to promote into the rings. So, he's going to have a couple shots here after, I believe Casper is going to try to get one into the 4-foot again here in lie 2, kind of replace the rock that was just taken out.
Again, very aggressive play. Why wouldn't you just guard up that yellow stone at the front so you can't run it back?
This is kind of working as both, right? So if you get this in the right spot, it's working as a rock in the house. Oh, no. Silver curl there. So
now he's pretty much limited to coming off that side rock now.
Yeah, unless there's a hole there, and I don't think there is. But yeah, he's got that shot there. Lie 2, head buried. Might put Team Casper in a little bit of a bind here if he makes this one.
So you must be looking forward to the season this year. I think it's going to be a good season. We'll definitely have some more of these Alberta Curling Series coming up in Beaumont, which I'm really super excited for the club.
Yeah, we have the Alberta Curling Series events here in Beaumont. We have the junior event. This looks really close to being real good.
You got it.
Good shot. Even the other team throws the broom up in the air saying, good shot there.
Yeah, that was skinny too. It just about missed it.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the Alberta Curling Series events here. Stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. A lot of club members are excited to come down. We actually had a lot of people say that they're going to come down tomorrow night. Our leagues are getting back to pre-COVID numbers. Monday's looking like we're going to have 2 extra teams over and above being full. Wednesday, our ladies league looks like it's going to be the same, or if not full from last year. Another good shot here.
Oh, he's going to roll out though. Is he going to roll too far? I think he is. Yeah, he's leaving. It's very close, isn't it?
See if the ice makers' rings are in.
I don't know the ice makers that well, so.
Yeah, exactly. Could have been having a beer when they're cutting those strings.
It could have. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive.
But yeah, so then, men's league's full again. Friday night, we started our Friday Night Fun League here at Beaumont last year. Had a huge turnout. We actually had a couple extra teams from our other leagues decide to join that league, as well as the league that they're in, because it's such a fun league. Every Saturday is booked this year, except for 3 of them, for corporate events or birthday parties and stuff like that. It's going to be a really busy year in this club, and we're kind of seeing that at the other clubs that we manage and operate as well. And it was funny. I was just having a meeting with the city of Edmonton regarding one of our clubs in Edmonton. We're looking at possibly rebuilding, and we were talking about curling prior to COVID. Every club in Edmonton was full, and we didn't really have a curling problem. We had a building problem, right? The infrastructure has been around. A couple of clubs have been around for 60, 70 years. So, it's great to see that coming back and the enthusiasm and everything else with our sport and getting into that age group of, mid-30s to mid-40s. And people are really starting to take it as a day out and night out and tons of fun. So we're excited for this year. This year it feels like it's the last year we still had the COVID kind of hangover.
Yeah, absolutely.
And still not quite sure what's going on. This year it seems like everyone's ready to, buckle up and have some fun and really enjoy it again. So we're excited.
Well, and I think that things have changed a little bit. Curling is still a very affordable sport. It's not like you have to buy a whole bunch of gear every year. You might buy a new broom head or something like that. Maybe with 3 or 4 years, it might be a new pair of shoes, but you can get into it for barely nothing because you can borrow a broom down here, you can borrow a slider, and away you go. You pay your fees, away you go. So a great Friday night if you're getting out with another couple and you can get a babysitter, or you can have the other people maybe babysit or something like that. You can get out there and just have a few hours of fun with a couple other people on a Friday night, which is, get a little bit of exercise, and then maybe stop for a social beverage or a pop or 2 afterwards. It's a great community thing, and it's a lot of fun to get out on a Friday night, and you're not that far from home. So I think it's becoming more and more popular again.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I think it's great for all the. We're kind of probably maybe preaching to the choir that are watching the live stream at the moment, but everyone's really preaching that fun aspect of getting out there and enjoying it, and it's a great night out. It's cheap, like you said, to do to come out and curl rather than do anything else. Or go to a movie now. I took my kids to a movie to go see the Princess movie, or I can't remember what it was, but it was like $75. And I'm like, holy man, right? So,
you can curl a whole season for one pair of Oilers tickets.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's pretty nice to be able to get out and enjoy time with your friends and learn a new sport, because it's not that difficult. It's one of those things that anybody can learn. Of course, at this level, they're the cream of the crop. But when you get out there at first, anybody can pretty much slide a rock down the ice. And of course, with the Learn to Curl series that's coming up, that we're having here at the club, that's going to make a big difference too, because people can come down and learn to curl a little bit, maybe not be as intimidated to get down there on the ice. I think that's a great thing, and a lot of clubs now are doing the Learn to Curl. to get people back into it. So that's going to be the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point too, right? Like all the clubs now are, we've gotten grants to get equipment down here for our school programs and our people that we want to try the sport out. So at the very least, get out to your curling clubs and get out to the learner curls, use their equipment, and until you're ready to say, I want to go to Hacked House and buy my own equipment, and join a league and that type of stuff. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's tons of fun, and all those curlers out there listening to this, bring someone else down to the club. Bring one of your buddies. Bring a girlfriend. Bring your husband. Bring your boyfriend. Bring anybody. Fully inclusive and everything else. And we just more the merrier and more part of our community and enjoy it as much as we can. So.
Absolutely, don't keep it a secret. Let everybody know that actually curling is a lot of fun. It's not your grandma and grandpa's sport anymore. You see, these guys, they're all quite a bit younger. I don't think they have any kids, and they're out here, or most of them don't, I would imagine. So they're out here having a good time, and it's a great sport to be able to watch for sure, and to play.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so second last rock of the end coming down here. Looks like they're on and off. They're looking trying to get it to curl a little bit now. And get it past that.
Pretty skinny. It didn't look like they got past her. Ooh.
So they're going to look real hard here to see if this would be a hit for 3, but I don't know how you remove the yellow rock.
Well, you could just tap over, couldn't you?
Yeah, like that shot there, but you have to play it pretty skinny to pass their yellow one. You have to throw it pretty light, so your shooter doesn't roll out too far. So it's pretty, again up 2 points, 3-1, and
would you play this on an out turn or an in turn?
The intern, yeah, the intern. So you would actually roll less if you play with the intern, which is rotating clockwise down the sheet. But I think your draw to the 8-foot for your 2 points here to go up 5-1 might be the easier shot. But this shot, they have the opportunity to get 3.
Did you want this marquee set? It's up to you. Yeah, might be better. Cool. We'll just wait till the middle between us here. We're just talking to our technical person here right now.
Our guru.
So we might be switching out the mic here. It might be a little bit better mic.
Oh yeah, it looks like they just elected to draw for 2.
Just elected to draw. They didn't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
Get their 2 and then walk away. Because probably they didn't, and they still. Well, they won't be measuring now, of course, because the other was closer range. So
yeah,
2 points in there.
2 points. 5-1. Casper over Hood.
5-1. Wow.
This is a big end coming up.
Oh, huge. But it's going to be on the button here.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
What job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
All right, we're back. After a great commercial like that one, close it off. 5-1 Casper over Hood.
No plug there at all there,
No.
Tim. Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
So we've got one top 12. We've got a corner guard, and then he's going to come around as one top 12 here. We'll see if Casper switches gears to a little bit less aggressive, being up 5-1 now than the last few ends. But
it seems like Team Hood had got a little bit unlucky in that last end with being not anticipating the curl as much as there was. I think there's almost about 4.5 feet of curl. Is there Matt, on this ice?
Yeah, it looks like it's almost upwards to 5 feet. Last night we had a practice game out here, and we were about just 4 feet, 4 and a little bit. So we did quite a bit of scraping. We had a little bit of a line issue on sheet 6 this summer that our city Beaumont team and the staff here, Andre and all his team members, his staff members have done an unbelievable job with us this year to try to get the ice in early in a few different issues that we've had throughout the day, or out the last few months here. But things have worked out really well, and want to thank the city of Beaumont and all of their team members and staff members to help us get this going. But we had a little issue on sheet 6, so we've been fooling around with temperatures and air temperatures and ice temperatures and brine temperatures and everything over the last 3 days with some practicing going on. And I think we've kind of figured it out. We're hoping that the pebble out there lasts actually the entire game. That's the thing that I'm scared about the most tonight. And then if, once they get off the ice, the players are super great, and they kind of tell us what they think the ice was, and everyone's super respectful. They know that it's tough at the beginning of the year to get these dialed in the first couple of games. So with all of their input and what they know as players, what they want to see, they'll definitely let us know what it's like, how they saw it in practice, how it was in the 4th end, how it was in the 8th end. Ideally we get an extra end tonight, and then we can kind of really judge what the ice is doing, and then we can make adjustments for tomorrow and try to get the best surface for these guys possible. But yeah, I think we're right around the 14.5 to 15 seconds, and it looks like we're up around 5 feet of curl right now. So if it stays that way, bonanza. But we'll see how the whole game transpires.
What can happen with that pebble if it comes down too much? Are we going to lose our curl? Is it going to straighten out? Is that the fear?
Yeah, no, it won't straighten out. It'll actually get a little bit slower. So the rock will have to be thrown faster to get down the ice. So right now we're sitting at about 14.5, I think 15 seconds. If we start to lose the pebble, we're probably going to see the ice go down to like 13.5. So the players don't like that at all, because you're staying there, you're playing pretty quick, and then the game's on the line in the 8th end, and you have to throw it close to like 10 feet heavier than what you had to throw it all game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's mostly when you start to lose pebble. You might see a pick here and there. It's not picking debris. It might pick up a hand print or a gripper print or something like that. But that'll happen if the pebble's getting worn down and those gripper marks and those hand prints kind of come up through the ice. So we'll watch that throughout the game. Chat with all of the teams about it when they get off the ice, and try to make our adjustments tomorrow and try to get the best surface for everything. You're always playing and learning and everything like that as an ice tech, as well as I think I've been at this club now for 6 years, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but every year's a little bit different. You start our weather outside in Alberta is never the same.
I was going to say to those viewers that are tuning in from across the world, typical Alberta weather means that you need a parka in the morning, you're wearing shorts in the afternoon. So we usually start out about 3 degrees in the morning in Celsius, and 24 degrees Celsius in the afternoon. So you definitely are putting layers on or taking layers off in Alberta. And sometimes that can play havoc with the ice, can't it?
Yeah, actually, I was having a fight with my 8-year-old daughter this morning to tell her to put a jacket on and put on long pants. And she told me yesterday that she had long pants on. She was sweating during recess. Why do I have to wear pants? And then she walked outside, and like you said, it was 3 degrees. And I said, that's why you need to wear pants. But, of course, she wore shorts.
Well, if she can make it through first recess, she's going to do okay.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
as we know, it's all about layering in Alberta. So
yeah, like you said, right? Like tonight's supposed to be a low of 5 degrees Celsius and 24 in the afternoon, right? So
yeah,
good old 19 degrees swing. But
would you say that humidity plays more of a difference, or you say heat with the ice?
A lot to do is humidity. We're pretty fortunate here in Beaumont that the city has upgraded their plant and for this rink as well as the hockey rink next door, and we can really dial the ice temperature in. It's the humidity and the air temperature that we have to kind of maneuver around. So, a lot of people think, let's keep it colder. It'll be less humid out there. Well, it doesn't drip on you because it's actually cold. It'll start dripping on you once you get to a certain temperature. But then once you get over that temperature, the evaporation will start, and then you won't get the drips on your ice or whatnot. So, you can do that when you have a good plant. We have a great plant, a great team of people here at the city of Beaumont to help us out. And I think we have it pretty warm out there right now. As if I'm looking out the windows, I think all the boys out there, all the guys are wearing t-shirts. So I think we have it pretty warm out there, and that's another thing we have to monitor. But it really brings the humidity down. We're about 69-70%, which is great.
Oh, they missed her. There was a miss there. I think that he was just trying to come off that yellow and sit 3 and maybe put some more pressure on it. Team Hood there. I think they already have a lot of pressure on him, but he doesn't seem to be letting up this game, does he?
No, they're playing well. I'll try to hit this, roll right behind their guard a little bit.
Well, he's got to take something out. He can't leave that over front there, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, gonna hit the one on the center line. Try to roll an inch behind their yellow rock if they can, because that means they're probably corner frozen on the red rock on the side. And if they can string a few shots together here, they're probably in the neighborhood of possibly getting their 3 points here. So,
yeah, well, they need to get back in the game. Obviously, they've had a couple of tough ends, missed some close
sweeping
ones.
This one right out of his hand.
Right out of his hand. It looks like he's over curling.
They're sweeping on it hard. Is it going to work? Oh, good sweep! Wow, great shot. Now enough to punch it out. Enough.
Well, if they're old enough, Skip might owe them a couple of beer here.
Oh, they did get it. Yeah, so yellow is shot rock. So, they swept that right out of their hand there. Good shot. All right, second opportunity this shot.
They're trying to do the same thing, hit and roll, I would think, and just try to roll in behind the guards, I would say, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just getting back to curling about all ages. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be trying this shot because I would miss it by a mile. But obviously anybody can curl if I can.
That is true. Yeah.
See, now that they've left that open, would not Team Casper now come and hit that and roll, or would they just want to come in behind it themselves?
So they have a pretty good set of rocks up there in the 12-foot. I wouldn't mind seeing them try to play either that right there. That's a great shot, right? If they get it perfect, it does give them probably the yellow double. But once the yellow double's made, then you can make the shot again, and then they have a really tough shot. But if they make this perfect and then the yellow double's not made, let's say the yellow goes onto the red and spills the red out, then they have their 3-ball in play again here. So they're starting to round into shape here in the fourth end. Both teams are making some great shots, and I think it's
looks like they're gonna have to sweep this one hard again to get it around, eh?
Working on it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be able to get her? No,
I don't think so. I think they're on the front. Yeah, that's always. I think he was a little light on that one too. I don't even think he touched the front yellow there.
Yeah, they did tap it just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Little light and tight action. Again, great camera work out there by Curling Zone and Curling Stadium. Jerry Gertz and your team out there, thanks very much for all of your dedication to the sport and bringing this to all the curling fans out there. And it's been a tremendous couple of years with technology in our sport. And my dad, that's 77 years old and old ice maker in his own right, is learning how to stream games on his phone, which is crazy to me. He sent me a text and a picture from the lake here a few weeks ago, and I thought someone stole his phone. But he's live streaming, which is great. It's bringing everybody and being able to watch all of these athletes compete, and it's thanks to Jerry Gertz and all their team members, and it's phenomenal there. And the curling stadium, curling zone. Another huge shout out as well to the Alberta Curling Series. Scott Hebert, Ted Appelman, Lindsay Birch, have thrown a ton of time into these events the last few years to try to offer some more events in the Alberta area for all of our teams. These ones are the majors, but we also have 4 other events for our kind of local curlers, lower purse events, but also great competition for them to try to get into to events like these. So thanks to Ted Appelman, Lindsay Birch, and Scott Hebert for tons and tons of work behind the scenes in Alberta Curling Series for putting this together. And also the sponsors, again, to Hub Insurance, big sponsor for the men's major this year. We have Ice Advice for our sensors in the ice. Oh, just another tick there. And then Hack to House, who's come onto the blade sharpening scene for anybody in Western Canada that needs a blade sharpened. Turnaround time and shipping costs are just crazy right now. So we actually have designed a kind of like a doctor's appointment for your blade. You can call and say, hey, I'm going to drop off my blade at noon. I'm going to go to Costco, grab some stuff. I'll be back at 2 o'clock, pick up my blade. So that's something for Hack to House. And then as well as the Beaumont Curling Club. So they've, like I said, Paul, you guys come on board this year. We've got the ice in a few weeks earlier, and it's bringing a lot of awareness. We got the paper coming down tomorrow to take some pictures and do some stories, and a huge buy-in from the Beaumont Curling Club, and it's been phenomenal over the last few years, and I just see it going up and up from here.
Well, that's it. I mean, I think every curling club really struggled through COVID to try to keep alive, and we were no different. And big shout out to our members for being there for us to keep us going through those COVID years. There was a lot of donations there to keep us alive as a curling club, and just amazing, the curling community, the family that keeps coming together, especially here in Beaumont. We've been around for over 60 years now. It's just an amazing group of people. And we wouldn't be here without them. Of course, we probably would have been shut down a couple of years ago after COVID, but they were there for us, and they continue to be there for us. So just can't say enough about the curling family here in Beaumont.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of a big miss there. It's going to give the opportunity here to really bury one around these guards. So it has an opportunity to get a point or two here. So to that point, Paul, too, like this club here in Beaumont was phenomenal during COVID. Like, there was close to $60,000 donated back to the curling club from our members. They paid for their fees. We got shut down, and the membership said, keep our fees, or hey, we'll take a gift card, or hey, we'll take a gift card, but hey, I lost it, stuff like that. So the membership here has been phenomenal. The city helping us out during COVID and everything, and huge thanks out to all the membership and the base of curlers that we have here. And it's such a great community, such a great city, and we're super excited to try to do everything we possibly can to continue building the membership and our club as a whole, and bring some great curling to this community. Great.
Look at that, right on the button there for sure too. It looks like they've got 3,
maybe 4. Or actually, yeah, there's a little.
Well, there's one at the bottom there. Yeah, it could be 4. If it's 4, would they call the game at this point? Or, I mean, you're up 9-2 at this point. If it's 4, right?
Yeah, he's got to. He's looking at
he's still got 1 rock left.
Yeah, he's got 1 rock left, but they're looking. So I wish I had a little telestrator. I think they're working on that. James Gordon is our production team. I guess Jerry just texted me. James, sorry, buddy. I owe you a beer at the provincials this year, but. Thank you so much for everything that you've done and everything like that. It's been awesome for all of these games. So, James Gordon, if this is the last end, I want to give you a shout out. if these guys are trying a shot of telestrator, but it's yellow onto red on the top there, and they're thinking that yellow one in the middle that's sandwich would spin down to the one that's on the button, knock it out, and then the yellow that they're hitting on the center line spills in for second shot.
But why wouldn't you just try the safe shot at this point, stop bleeding, and just bring one up into inside the red there and freeze to the red at the middle?
Well, you're going to have to tap it back a little bit. Last shot, right? You're down 5-1. You're probably thinking if you're down 5-2 without the hammer, you're probably done anyways.
Okay.
So if there is a shot here to get a bunch, then you might want to try it, which he is. So he's firing it.
Oh, it's coming.
This might be on the highlights if he makes it.
Oh, he got the one on the outside. They took him down to 1.
Yeah, took him down to 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 6-1, but just a little on the high side there.
Yeah, good attempt. It was close.
It was close. I think they're opting. Looks like they're talking now.
Oh, those fist bumps.
They'll
probably play one more.
I think they'll play one more.
Down 5.
Obviously,
they have a chance for their 3 still.
And you know what? It's early, and I think these guys need the practice time, and they want to know the ice. I would keep going.
Absolutely.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
I mean, you haven't seen any takeouts yet at all. It's mostly been coming around, right?
Yeah, lots of drawing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're up and live again.
Oh,
fifth end.
Sorry about that.
All good.
Look at that, coming into the rings right away again. The Kiwis are in trouble here, seems like, right now. Don't call them Australians.
Yeah, we did that earlier.
That's not a good idea.
Well, the skip said that's fighting words.
Kiwis didn't like that very much, actually. So, my son's in Australia. That's how I get that thing always wrong. But and my grandson. But apparently, the Kiwis say nothing's going to kill you in New Zealand, and everything will kill you in Australia, especially Australians. So probably a better idea just to call them Kiwis.
I was just gonna, what I was just gonna say too. I'm like, you know what? Technically, they're actually up 1-0 because the U.S. doesn't know how to put the score up properly.
I
see
that
on the blank ends, eh?
Yeah. What are they doing? Why are they putting it all in the blanks there? I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so it's, again, that's the unique thing, right? We're sitting in Beaumont, Alberta, Canada. We're streaming out to the whole entire curling community out there. We have a New Zealand team playing against a U.S. team.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal what technology, James Gordon, all those guys, Curling Zone, Curling Stadium, have been able to do for the curling community. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing technology nowadays that you can stream all the way across the world, and you can be in live time. I looking at what it is in Kiwi time today, right now, actually all the way back in Australia. I think it's about 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Look at that. No, it's noon in Melbourne. So it's probably around that 1 o'clock in the afternoon in New Zealand. So shout out to anybody that's out there in New Zealand. It's great to see you. And well, we don't see you, but at least you can hear us.
Yeah. It's their winter right now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just coming into their spring actually now. So yeah, it's really weird with those toilets. They run backwards down there.
That's funny. Actually, I heard that somewhere that they. That's why you know that the clock was designed in the northern hemisphere.
Oh, because the way the water runs
clockwise.
Oh, there you go.
So if you would have designed the clock in the southern hemisphere, the clock would have went backwards. Well, not backwards, I guess. But.
Well, the other way. The other way.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Yeah. So
that's funny.
And we wouldn't have known any different either.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
One of the guys that I was watching that on a channel, he actually had a backwards clock going.
Well, how many drinks did you figure that out?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, big shot here. You know, like wow. super aggressive again. 2 in the house, then throw up a center guard. For a team that's up 6-1, it's awesome. I love it. Right? It's, you know what, you're feeling it. You know what, come get us. Right? We're gonna keep putting the pressure. So you know, the Casper, the Hood team's got to make a real nice come around here, tap back, leave theirs behind the guard, and get one of those red stones into the back of the house.
You know, what thing about curling is you can be aggressive without taking the other guy out, which is not like hockey or anything else, right? So you can still be aggressive.
Look at this.
Whoa, wow.
A little heavy.
Oh, yeah, but he took out the back stone.
Not
quite, though.
Yeah, you know what? If that sticks in there, that is not a terrible shot. Stick in there.
I think it's just sitting at the back.
He's looking at it.
I think it's just touching the back.
Yeah. We put the overhead cameras up here at the Beaumont Curling Club, but where the pipes run, where the camera's actually a little bit above the house, so that's why right now on that screen it probably looks like the rock's out, but it might be in. They took quite a long look at it, but they'll peel out of the rock here.
It might not make a difference, really, with the way that Hood is playing or Casper's playing here tonight. Yeah. It's just incredible how he's just going after them, right?
So now here's the decision what you want to do. You have a corner guard. You possibly could have one in the rings right now. Do you want to continue chasing that one and punch it behind the red one? Do you want to draw, or do you want to take out the rock on the left there, the red one, and do that? So there's a few different options here. None easy, and none's the right call unless you make it.
Yeah, that's right. It's okay to make the call, but you got to execute too.
Yeah.
And as we can see, curling's a game of centimeters. Really, I mean, it's not. It's not one of those games where you can miss by a centimeter and you're okay. It's you're either rubbing or you're rocking, one of the two.
Yeah, there's that old commercial there. I think it was might have been Jennifer Jones back in the day that it was a commercial kind of playing off the NFL of the game of inches.
Oh yeah.
And a rock went through 2 rocks and took a rock out in the house, and it missed the rock just by papers, right?
Wow.
I said, wish we had inches.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes a big difference.
Working on this one hard again. So I think they're just overthrowing this a little bit. They were just trying to tap that to the back 4 foot, back 8 foot.
Yeah.
So you would only need back 8 foot, back 12 foot weight. And it looked like that one was close to hack, even maybe close to board.
Yeah. Just a little overthrown
Just
there.
a little bit overthrown there. It's tough, right? Like you said, you never miss a shot back here when you're talking about it. But in that instant, it's almost better to rub the guard, because then you could have had a couple more corner guards up, being down 5 points, than to throw it a little bit too hard and through the house. So, it's those shots at the beginning of the year that not quite tuned in yet, right? So.
Oh, for sure. I mean, but I think I'm going to name my next team Rubbin' and Rockin'. That's probably the better idea to go with something like that, right? So
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea for a team name, I think.
That's good. All right, the wide intern come around. So Jackson Hebert, just out of juniors here. I believe last year was his first year out of juniors. A really good junior career from up, I believe he's from Peace River. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody on the live stream here, but and now he's in Edmonton, curling up a storm.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know the curling community better than I do.
Look at this shot. Wow.
Oh, he's going to bury it too.
Ooh.
Wow.
Great.
God, what a great shot.
Great.
They needed that. They needed that for their confidence as well as to get that rock in there.
You know what? It's amazing in a sport like this too, where, you're kind of getting beat up right now. You're down 5. You want to get a little bit of experience on the ice for the weekend. It's a triple knockout. So you're in the event until you lose 3 games. A shot like that can turn your weekend around. It might not turn the game around, but it could turn your weekend around where it's, you know what, we made that great shot in the 5th end, great team shot. Perfect. Let's build off that and let's keep it going.
Yeah, I think that just like golf or anything else, if you don't have the confidence when you walk onto the ice to make the shot, it makes a big difference. Because like I said, the game is such a centimeter by centimeter type of a shot.
Guys.
Look at that. He just followed it right down, followed the path. I don't know if he moved it enough. He didn't really move it enough to take over the shot, but really it is a big confidence game. I think curling is a lot in your head, especially at this level.
Yeah, that's a great shot. There's no chink in the armor here for.
Well, the thing is, if you come in on it, I guess you could, raise that red stone up, but they're probably going to come in and guard that right away.
Yeah, I don't know I didn't see what the shot call was here. I think they're trying the exact same shot as a freeze, possibly.
Maybe freeze to that top red. Definitely need a Howie Meeker marker, I think, on this here for you there. That's not what they wanted to do. I don't think that's what they wanted to do because now that's frozen right on the yellow.
That's no bueno.
Mm-mm. I mean, I would think that Hood can just come and tap that top red one, follow it down, and then push that yellow back a little bit, and he's sitting too.
Yeah, you know what? At this level, he's actually just planning on peeling that yellow one out. So that yellow rock is actually a bad rock for the Reds. You can come in off of that yellow rock and kind of move those ones around in the butt. So if they peel this one off, Team Hood doesn't really have a shot. Like it's a miracle probably to get one on this scoreboard here right now. But miracles have happened.
Well, especially in curling, we've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Usually I'm going for plan 3 or B or C or D, right? So
wasn't that your name?
That is my
name.
Plan B. Yeah, as many curlers know out there, sometimes you got to be lucky. So
lucky to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now the conversation, right? It's okay. How do we get in there? They did leave their shooter up there, which was not the plan. So do you play lightweight and kind of just tap them back to the 8 foot? The reason why you only want to tap your yellow rock to the 8 foot is it's shot rock over the one top 12 foot. And then your shooter, the one that you're throwing, is going to come off this red and go onto the other red, and it'll be frozen. And then your yellow goes to the back 8 foot. And then you have a potential of, a miracle shot with your last rock to maybe get 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be pretty precise with this. You're probably only throwing, maximum backline-ish weight, maybe hack. You want to hit a good 2 inches of this rock. Yeah, he's asking for a little bit less. Maybe he's throwing a little bit harder than that.
Well, we haven't seen a takeout like this yet, I don't think, and it's really going to be kind of weird the way the ice works, right? He's throwing some heavy weight at this. Oh, it's drifting a bit. Oh, great shot! Not what he wanted, but
all in all, it's a great shot because it's going to give you a shot to possibly get one. Before that, he had no shot.
Well, you had to release that red off the yellow. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Absolutely. So, what he did there is phenomenal, right? That releases it off. It pushes it over to the 8 foot. Even if they come down here and put one dead buried top button, you're going to have a shot with the out turn coming the other way. See right now, if you come the other way from right to left, you're going to have a shot for that pinhole for your one. Before him throwing that shot, he had no shot.
Yeah, no shot.
Zero shots for one. So that's a great shot. Absolutely.
Yeah. At least he's got something to come back on then, is what you're saying. Still, down 6-1. Not the ideal situation, but can't afford to go down anymore.
Yeah. This will be interesting. They gave about 5.5, almost 6 feet of ice here. They're out there a bit.
Nice shot. It's just gonna. Oh, they're a little heavy. They're in behind, eh? So
gives them the opportunity to draw for one.
Can come down right to that, wouldn't you? Would you come down and sit on top of that one as well?
Yeah, it looks like he's given the ice for maybe a back button, back 4 foot kind of weight, and then you can come right up to the back one. But
why wouldn't he take the same path as the other Redstone? Because he just saw that thrown.
It's a little bit more difficult. This one gives you a little bit more room for error. If you're a little bit inside on this one, you could chap off the top red and still roll in for shot rock. If you do it the other way, you're probably not rolling in for shot rock. This way gives you a couple different opportunities to err on the side of caution. But I agree. Same, you just saw that shot probably 3 times, actually 4 times that end. That side of the ice has been used quite a bit.
Well, you know the weight, you know the path, and this just seems to me like looks like he's coming in on that red. I mean, he's getting the tap off it. Now we'll just see how far it comes in.
So
he's still getting it, but
like I said, right? You come that way. If you're a little bit tight, you can rub off of it, roll in for your shot rock, and if you went the other way, if you did the same thing, you probably weren't rolling in for shots. So.
You think that's maybe a little bit still the confidence thing? Like he's taking the one shot that he knows he probably is going to get if he screws up, or not really screws up, but just over curls.
Yeah, it's just it's giving you different options. Yeah, He might be liking the out turn better than the in turn as well too. So 6-2, got a chance coming home 6th end. Get as many rocks as play as they can.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Calling all curlers, novice to pro. Asham Curling Supply's patented rotator disc system lets you customize your slider right in the store. Velcro attachments make it easy to find the sliding platform that's right for you. Shop Asham Curling Supplies, 700 McPhillips, online at asham.com.
Sometimes curling just isn't as fun as it can be on the Nintendo Switch. With up to 4 players per console, you can enjoy curling with your friends and family anywhere, anytime. Let's play curling. Available now only on Nintendo Switch.
There you go.
Fuck, we have 100 people watching just on our stream. There's probably close to 1,000 people watching right now.
100 people watching what on what stream?
Just on the ACS stream.
Oh, okay.
So like we're a really small stream.
Yeah. So how does it go?
All right, we're back.
There we go.
6-2, Casper over Hood.
The Kiwis got some ground to catch up on here. They're going to have to be a lot more aggressive, I think, going into these next few ends if they want to have a chance. Known primarily for their rugby, but the Kiwis are really trying to come up in the world of curling as well, I would think.
Yeah, I was talking to him earlier saying, hey, you ever need an ice maker over there? I think I could handle that life. You know, Australia, New Zealand, right? Little vacation out there when you're 50.
I'm not sure there's much competition over there either.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Team Hood's going to try to make every one of their shots. So that's kind of what we always talked about when we were in these situations. You know, we're coming home in the sixth end. It's kind of all or nothing here. And you don't have the hammer. Right?
And there you go, Casper, bringing it right in again. They're not fooling around here. It looks like Team Hood put a couple of guards up, and Casper says, "Okay, I'll take those, and I'll just come right around you." Well, there we go. They're getting ready to throw again. Obviously they're going to have to be more aggressive. It just seems that anything that they're throwing up front, Casper's just coming around.
Yeah, absolutely. A big shout out to Evan Johnson watching in Southwest Florida.
Wow.
Talking about, international exposure for our sport. And we got the people in Florida watching. And Denver. Good job. Keep throwing it in there in the live chat. So.
Well, that was a bit of a miss again. They wanted to come through the two guards and ended up racking on one of their own guards. Might open it up a little bit to come in, but I can see Casper shutting the door there too, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to try to double peel here and open it up. And once you do that, there's really nothing else to hide around. That rock of Casper's, their top 4 foot, is basically put in one of the best positions you can get. You can't really go around it for shot rock, right? If you do go around it for shot rock, you're going to have a really easy run back. Yeah,
it just seems like Team Hood is just, I don't know if it's unlucky or what, but they just playing a different game than Casper right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, Casper, I don't think, has missed their, if you look at their percentages throughout the first 5 ends, and they're probably all in the high 80s and putting a ton of pressure on Team Hood. Playing really, really well. So, we'll see how that continues. It could flip on a switch here and see what happens. But right there, kind of flipped.
Whoa!
A little bit, right? So there
we go. That's not. Well, I guess they're just trying to come in on it and remove some rocks. I'm not sure if they wanted to remove their own rock on that one. It'd probably been better if they would have stuck around.
All right, now decision time. Right around. Yeah, just suck one in there and start piling them in the house. Again, huge. I want to throw a huge thanks to our sponsors this weekend, Hub Insurance. They've jumped on board to be the sponsor of the men's major, the Alberta Curling Series men's major. So thank you very much for Hub Insurance. Reach out to them for all your insurance needs. Beaumont Curling Club for hosting our event here at the city of Beaumont. Great buy-in from the board and the community. It's been phenomenal. We have ice advice that deals with our sensors that go in the ice. We have some, local sponsors here for the club. We have Steam Flow, Sea Change, Stewart's Tire, Diamond Heating, Heartland Electrical, Roadrunner Automotive, DND, SCT,
the hearing
Custom
clinic,
Cabinets,
the hearing clinic is another one. It's right here in the, just an amazing job that you're able to put the logos right into the ice like that. So as we can see here, I think it's Rad Style that's in the middle there that has their logo right on the button. It's a fantastic way to advertise for sure, to get in with your local curling club and really advertise right where they're playing. Right, it's and these shots, just amazing to see the ice like that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there have been a few pictures that I've been taking and sending it off to our sponsors and stuff, and people are extremely happy. So, your local curling clubs out there, anyone that's listening, that's involved, go to your local, Jiffy Lube is another sponsor of ours, and Fountain Tire, to your local companies and say, hey, let's do a sign in the curling club for $300-400 at the end of the day. That is nothing into their sponsorship and advertising budget, and every little dollar helps in these small town communities and in these curling clubs that are non-for-profits and really trying to do things for the community. So reach out to everyone and get down to your local curling club, get the in-ice logos made by Hack the House, and we'll get the logos out for you and get your ice makers to put them in. And as ice makers too, hopefully I don't get any text messages or phone calls after this, but I do apologize to those ice makers out there. You can put these logos in your last week of curling. If one of their sponsors says, hey, yeah, I'd love to do that. We only have a month of curling left. You know what? I'll only charge you for a month of advertising this year, and I'll charge you for the next year, and we'll put it in next year as well. These logos that are in the ice, you can reuse them. So yeah, as ice makers, again, I don't want to get any mean text messages saying, hey, stop saying this, but as ice makers, we can get these logos in all season long and get these in for the clubs to support it and get some more financial backing to the clubs. So try to do that for all your local communities and local clubs here. So hopefully this rock slows down as it's coming in.
He's really heavy on this one. Looks like he's going right out the back, or at least on the back end of his own stone, maybe a little bit. But
that's phenomenal sweeping, right? They didn't even look at that rock, and it was it barely got around that red rock in top 12 foot, but it stayed in the house. That was a really good shot. Made a decent shot out of
nothing, really, right? It could have been
really
a wasted rock, and they were able to watch that rock come down. It was really well done.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I think Casper's kind of switching gears here. I believe they're going to split the house and try to lie two. The one that they have around the guards is pretty much buried. That it's going to be tough for her to get it out. So if they get a second one in here and kind of take play away from that corner guard, that's what they're trying to do here. So.
Yeah, splitting the house is always a good thing to do, and because you only concentrate basically on one rock at once, especially if you don't leave a double. So the only good thing about this rock for Team Hood is they could come off it and bury it behind that other red stone as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's the shot that's called here, and see if Jackson can make this shot.
Well, this is going to be a tough one. I really hope they're sweeping it hard here now. I hope it's not going to over curl, because it looks like it's moving pretty good. Oh, and there's that game of centimeters again, right? Just a little over curl. Still took it out of the rings, but it doesn't really help them in the long run.
So Casper does have to be fairly careful about where he wants to put this rock. There is some yellows that are kind of piling up inside the house there. If they put this rock further away from the center line than the one they just had, they are going to leave Hood a run double to maybe get 3. So they got to be careful of where they want to put this one. Once we get into the other screen here, we can see the rock that they might be able to run into the house to make the double. But they're working on this one hard to get it to the house. So if you watch that screen here, see that yellow rock by the Boston Pizza logo? They could run that onto the rock that's top 12 foot, onto this rock that they just threw. And they'd be able to lie, possibly 3.
By coming in and hitting that red stone and then rolling over to the other side of the rings.
So you have to be careful. And in a 6-2 game, without hammer, they might be trying something like that, right? If they had the hammer, they'd definitely be trying something like that. But right now, they need to lob another one in there to get shot rock.
But they don't want to take away that option that you were just talking about either, right? So, and possibly they didn't see the option, but they don't want to take that option away.
Yeah, I kind of misspoke, to be honest with you, too. I thought for a second there, I thought Hood had the hammer, so they could have made that last shot as a miracle shot type of thing. But they don't have the hammer, so this is actually, this is the proper call. Get one buried. and shrink the scoring area for Hood, and maybe they shrink
For
the scoring area
Casper.
for Casper.
Yeah.
And maybe they can get a steal out of it and go 6-3 into the 7th inning.
Oh, it's coming in. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. It looks like it might have just let up. It might be too far. Not quite sure with the camera angle and everything like that. We've got 3 possible stones, 2 for Casper and 1 for Hood that may be closest to the button here. It looks a little too close for me to tell on this screen, but what do you do with something like this? It's a scary situation where you better be confident about what you're going to put.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like Casper's just going to come and run up to that yellow stone, leave his red stone buried back there, and not leave much of a shot left here for Hood for sure. This is make or break shot for sure here. This is why the skips are skips, though. I mean, they've got to
get paid the big bucks, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's why they're the guys out there calling the shots. Is they're always trying to line up their shots at the end. Not always the best shots left to you, but you gotta do it. You gotta make with what you got. That's it. That's it.
Spoken like a true Thursday night skip. Eh? I just wanted to, again, Matt Yo here, along with Paul Hyde, who's the president here at the Beaumont Curling Club, that's hosting our ACS events this year, and was gracious enough to join us in the booth here for tonight's game. So we have the Casper team working hard on this one to see if they can get it into Shot Rock. He's working hard on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, he's got to have to drag that a little ways yet.
That's a touch better sweeping than we see on Thursday night, isn't it?
No, Thursdays we always have good sweeping on Thursday nights. but it's only afterwards when we're cleaning up.
Yeah. So now there's going to take some time to be, okay, who's shot, right? That one. What do we got here?
Well, this is a big guess here. Like, really, honestly, I can't tell you who's. It looks like Casper's shot at the top, but that's just my guess, right? So
yeah,
it really depends on what you're looking at, I guess, from down there as well.
So it looks like they're going to play a semi-softer shot to hit and roll in off of that red rock, and in the process try to pop that rock that's top 12 foot just up a little bit. So then they are probably lying 2 yellow ones, and to make Team Casper shoot at 2 yellow ones. Right?
Is this a possibility that you could catch that other red one at the back though? On the right hand side or on the left hand side on the screen there? It's
no, he's trying to hit on the inside. So if he's hitting on the inside, like left of where the brew is, obviously, on the other side of the rock, if he hits it on that side, he'll miss that back yellow one, as you can tell.
No,
now.
I meant the back red one on the back side. The other one for Casper. In the back there, on the other side of the stones there, you can see that there's that red rock at the 12 foot coming on that high on the left side or the right side of that rock. It could come over to that other stone.
Yeah, but then the one top 12 foot would probably be counting the one in the back 8 or back 12 foot. So it's kind of he just
he touched the guard. Oh no! Oh, he caught that one, and he came across.
Now
now it's a measurement game.
Yeah, they're gonna probably draw for one and then measure if it's 2 or 3.
Wow! Just caught that top guard. Oh. What a heartbreak there. This could be it. This could be the end of the game here. Well, they're definitely looking hard at this. They're not quite sure on it. They definitely don't have beer goggles on, I'll tell you that. They're looking hard. Well, it's a pretty good night down here. It's great to see teams from all over the world. We got Team Japan, Korea. We got teams from the Netherlands, Germany, U.S., and of course the Kiwis are here from New Zealand. it's great to see everybody here from around the world playing in little old Beaumont. It's fantastic. We have this here facility here, and thanks to, of course, the city of Beaumont for being here and being here for us, and of course the curling community. We couldn't do it without them. So here's this rock coming in, and of course they're going to get their one for sure. And now it's just a matter of maybe doing some measuring and finding out what's what. But it's definitely one. And it looks like they're pulling some stones away, and they're probably going to measure just to see where we're at with this. It's definitely a look. Definitely one for Casper again. They're taking a look.
This is kind of the measurement for the game, right? So if they get one more, it's probably handshakes.
Yeah.
And, if they only get one, they're probably playing one more. Again, field the ice. Play the seventh end, see what it's like.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think the more you can play on the ice, the better. Obviously, it's better for you as well, so you can see how the ice moves around on the for you as well as ice makers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do they measure their own rocks, or do we have any judges out there or anything like that?
No, in these events here, they measure all their own rocks. Yeah.
So we don't have a referee on the ice or anything like that.
No. Look at the camera work there by Mr. James Gordon back at the old headquarters, Curling Stadium, Curling Zone. Fantastic work. He's probably the guy that had the most amount of views on the provincial championship last year when we had the infamous.
Oh, it's hard to say here. It's close. It's very close. It's not sure where that one was. They haven't taken a rock away yet. Oh, the yellow's closer on that one. Looks like they're going around again, or have they? Oh, the handshakes are out. It looks like that red one was closer too.
Thank you so much for Paul Hyde, president of the Beaumont Curling Club, coming out and helping commentate.
Thanks, Tim's Ice, for doing what you guys do, and Matt for letting me in the booth for a little while for the commentating as well.
Absolutely, and Hub International Insurance, Curling Zone, Curling Stadium, all of our sponsors, and thank you very much. And we'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m., and for the rest of the weekend. So please tune in and click, like, share, all that other good stuff on social media platforms. Appreciate everybody out there, and see everybody this weekend.
Keep your broom on the ice.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you could never have predicted? Will it be frightening or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you in writing a more resilient, vibrant, and profitable tomorrow, protecting what matters most to you. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and we want you to be ready for it.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.